guys, so today we are venturing out. It's actually the afternoon, it's probably like 3 o'clock or so, and we're out in the woods looking for some deer antler sheds. It's that time of the year. I mean, in some places of the country they can be lost as early as like the 1st of the year, but most commonly around here it's like end of February, beginning of March, they start dropping their antlers. So we're out here in the woods. We are quarantined, so we are doing the activities that we can. So this is definitely one of them and something that we enjoy doing. So if you stick around for long enough, we will hopefully be able to find some really cool stuff. We're gonna, put a couple hours in and see what we can do. So stay tuned. So there's like a few strategies to shed hunting, several different ways to do it. The most effective is definitely you have to obviously search where the deer are. So this time of year, they're obviously in their bedding areas and feeding areas. So those are some of the main spots you really want to check, in shelter areas too. So rather than kind of wandering around aimlessly for a couple hours, it's best to make kind of like like a grid pattern. So between the two of us, Chris and I, kind of spreading out a little bit, combing up one end of the area and combing back down the other, and combing up and combing back. That just makes sure that we're covering the most amount of area with the most efficiency. So we'll do that. And of course, rather than walking, just kind of wandering through the woods on no trail in particular, finding a deer run like the one that we're on now, a game trail that leads to those feeding areas, that leads to those bedding areas. Because if it's a path that the deer are traveling, then most likely that's where they're going to shed their antlers when the time comes. So if you can get on a trail like that, that's great. And then once you get to those bedding and feeding areas, really comb those spots well. So, come on.
So right on this run that we were talking about here, you can kind of see it's beaten down through the woods there. Got some scat there. Not brand new, but it's a sign. They definitely walking through these parts, so keep going, check her out. Kind of seeing this mossy area where they've come around, kind of built in a little path there. Ooh.
This is not an antler, obviously, but it's something very mildly exciting. You see bones all the time in the woods. These things die, they get eaten. Not what we're looking for, but it
got
is an
something.
artifact.
Got a bone.
So it's just very interesting all along this really well beaten down trail, kind of through the moss here. There's a lot of scat, a lot of sign, and it's especially easy kind of when you're looking in an area like this. The antlers, any kind of bone material shows up really nicely on the moss. So if you're, as opposed to looking in like a field where everything is kind of that tan, bone-colored shade, it's a lot more difficult to pick that up. You know what I mean? What did you get? Oh! Wow! Ooh, that's in good shape.
I've looked around for other bones in the area, but it's in good shape. Got some stuff falling out of it, but
it looks like probably last year's.
Yeah.
You can tell it's an adult male deer, because these are the antler stems that have been shed. So
got pretty decent size on them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in pretty good shape.
Cool. I always like the jaw. Very cool.
Ooh, and all the teeth are in it, Liv.
Yep.
Wow.
That's nice.
Something was chewing a little bit there.
Yeah,
but
definitely probably last year's, but still,
yeah,
super cool.
Got all the teeth there. Super cool.
So this is an example of a deer that has died out here, hopefully from natural causes, or one that had been shot and left, hopefully not.
Yeah.
Because if it was a deer that someone shot and harvested, the skull wouldn't just be randomly out here. So that's what that is. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Do you
pretty
want
cool.
to hang on to it, put it in your backpack maybe?
Yeah, we're gonna keep this. And like Liv was talking about earlier with the moss, that's why it's some of our favorite locations.
You spotted that from how far away?
I don't know, like 20 yards away. It's just this, the way it sits on top of the moss. If you look at that, it
Oh
just
yeah.
sticks right out. That's why we like to shed hunt in these kind of areas where there's deer around and we have the nice mossy terrain. So it makes it a little bit easier than going through woods, like hardwoods that don't have any moss, and everything kind of blends in.
Nice. Good job.
Woo! So we really got on a good run here. As you can see, it's cut right through the moss there. Still no sheds yet. We found a skull though, so not skunked. Probably 40 minutes out here so far. So we just came on a pile of a lot of deer droppings here, 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 here. Crazy. We were right in amongst them, but we have not found a shed yet. But we're...
Like, I probably have deer poop all over my shoes, but we can't seem to find a shed.
Nope.
That's a little frustrating because we're so, like, this is such a good spot, and it's
Yeah.
all good.
Been out here about an hour and a half, so we're gonna keep trucking along and hopefully get one on our way back home. Stay tuned. All right, Liv just found one. She just yelled to me. Some scat right there, some droppings, and she's over in here apparently. Oh, got some more droppings right here. Following this path. And, oh baby. Oh, look at that one.
Holy crap.
Sweet.
That's a nice one.
That's awesome. Where'd you find it?
It was legit. Like, so this, you see this run right here?
Yeah, it runs right there. Huh, that is awesome. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
get a nice close up of that.
I haven't even looked, but if we circle this
Jeez.
area, Chris, we could find the second one.
I know, we gotta look for the second one.
Because you know how often, like, one drops and then within the same proximity, we
Yeah,
could find the second one.
that's in
Holy
such
smokes,
good
what a
freaking shape.
Freaking good pair.
Look,
that would
this
make.
doesn't even, I mean, they got a little
Probably
dark there, but
I would say probably
nothing's really
last
chewed at it.
year's.
I don't know. Maybe this year's even, if they came off early, I don't know.
Well, not even early. Yeah. Well, that's pretty freaking sweet.
Man, that's awesome.
I bet the other one's right around here.
We're gonna keep looking around here, see if we can find the other one, make a pair. Sweet. Two hours, heading back, probably had 10 minutes from the car, and we freaking found one. I love it. So on our way back with our findings, we found,
This is a little weird. It
this is
says
a little weird,
2001.
2001.
Ew, don't touch it!
Oh, too late. I
Ew.
don't know what in the hell that is. Someone's been chewing on it. 2001, man.
That is creepy.
Yeah, that is pretty creepy.
Right now you're probably gonna be friggin' voodooed.
Rah. Hey, dude.
Oh! When you squeezed it, I felt it in my stomach. Ugh.
I'm gonna keep this around when Liv starts acting up. Ooh. Ah, you never know what you can find in the woods. There's a bunch of coyotes.
coyotes are legit. That's a lot of coyotes.